There we go.
What's going on? Welcome, everybody, to the Ales and Tales podcast, bringing you another episode. Today, we are going to review a North Carolina beer from NoDa Brewing Company. It's called Jam Session Pale Ale. With me are my co-hosts and beer buddies, Jim behind the buttons.
Behind the buttons.
So many buttons.
So many buttons.
We got Ben.
Ben is back.
Can we start drinking yet?
Almost.
He's waiting.
And we've got a guest reviewer with us. We got Matt with us.
Hey. Yes, and Matt is similar to me in terms didn't really have much of a palate, but I've grown since. But it's okay. He knows
Jim's
beer. He likes beer.
I'm good at it.
Yeah. We're good at consuming.
Whether you can tell the flavors or not, you know what you're supposed to do with it.
The can ends up empty.
That's okay. Right. You know how to use the beer. That's okay. So a little bit about NoDa Brewing Company. I pulled up some stuff. Oh, I got to start with our beer quote, by the way. I found a beer quote here. This one's pretty good. The mouth of a perfectly happy man is filled with beer. It's an ancient Egyptian quote from 2200 BC.
And the mouth of a perfectly happy woman is filled
Cancelled.
with something. Cancel. I'm totally canceled.
30 seconds in.
We do not associate with this man.
I so didn't expect it from Jim.
I know, right? It's probably come out of my mouth.
Who's the one who has the certain.com?
Yeah, who created the idea?
Hold on.
Mike'sToyStore.com.
Did you want
That's what he was working on when I came over.
That was the last podcast I listened to.
Yeah, I made a clip out of it.
So
thank you, and then shout out to Carly, who's not here with us today.
Yeah, she's coming back from Mexico. She went on a nice trip. I'm sure she got a chance to enjoy some different.
She did the
cervezas.
Obligatory "Hey, I'm on the beach reading a book" photo.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
right on.
I would love to be on the beach in Mexico reading a book.
Where'd she go? Down
With
to
Carly?
Cancun? Or?
It's weird, dude.
That's really weird.
It was weird.
I didn't bring up Carly. You did. Where's
I'm
your
just
mind
saying,
at?
you just happened to say that you wanted to be part of on the beach. After I said Carly was there on the beach. I'm just saying.
Is she
Carly
like
is.
a professional radio person?
She should be, right?
I mean, her voice is...
Amazing.
Got that silky
Everybody who
smooth.
hears the podcast is like, she needs to do that like all the time.
But
I'm
that's not her real job?
no.
Wow.
Marketing, website design, and
Wow.
yeah.
Gee, she's talented.
I mean,
And once again, Jim going in an entirely different direction.
right?
That's right. Well, we got to throw back and call back the other episodes.
Oh, indeed. So, speaking of the other episodes, when you guys first brought up the Mike's toy, I can't even say it, Mike's Toy Story,
Right here, buddy.
Mike'sToyStore.com.
that my buddy Anthony, who was our first Patreon subscriber, by the way, so thank you to Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
He was number one in the queue. That was awesome. By the way, everybody, you can find us on Patreon. We'd love your beer buying support.
That's right.
He said he was in the waiting room at a hospital. He said he was listening to it in his earbuds, and he just burst out laughing out loud in the middle of it. He said a bunch of nurses were looking around the corner at him like, "What the heck is wrong with you?"
Wrong place, wrong time.
I was like, "That's awesome." So,
It's a funny show. I listened back to it and I die laughing because I forgot what happened.
Which episode is this? Which beer?
I don't even remember. It's becoming
The last one released?
No, oh yeah, these
the
are
last
yeah.
one released was, I was dying
The
yesterday.
last one released has been the chicken slurpers by the time.
I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
Yeah, oh, dude, boiled chicken wings.
Oh.
Yeah, we're equating the beer to boiled chicken wings.
Well, I can't remember who said it, but one of you guys said, it tastes like burnt water.
There goes Matt Lloyd.
There are some interesting flavor profiles to some of these beers. Whether we're right or wrong is what we get. So,
What do we have today? Is NoDa like an acronym?
NoDa. It is. It's North Davidson County. It's Charlotte, North Carolina. North Davidson. It's their artsy entertainment district. And
Cool brewery. I like it.
they've got good stuff. The first time I found out about them, another buddy of mine, when he found out I was going back to Charlotte, he's like, pick up some NoDa. I was like, what kind? He goes, I don't care. I said, okay. So I picked up some for him and some for me, but I had not had this one, so I figured this would be a good opportunity to try it. So a little bit about NoDa.
NoDa. Wow.
Mike'sToyStore.com.
Really?
The buttons. The buttons.
The button man.
So, with a collective passion for home brewing and exemplary craft beer, Susie Ford, the president and co-founder, and Todd Ford, vice president and co-founder, I'd guess they're probably related or married, and Chad Henderson, head brewer and co-owner, teamed up to create a craft brewing identity that would connect to and grow alongside their beloved city of Charlotte. Opening in the fall of 2011, NoDa Brewing Company received a warm welcome and has since expanded to 3 locations, the OG, the North End, and in the Charlotte airport, and continues to be one of the crown jewels of the Queen City. They've won a bunch of awards and got a lot of stuff going on. So it's
Really?
Yeah, and the ones I have had were good. So we'll see what this one is.
Well, you have a lot of ties to North Carolina.
I do. A lot of family. I was born in North Carolina, so I'm the only person in my family born in the South.
I have in-laws there.
All right.
I got my whole family there.
That's true.
Yeah, notice good. Like you go to the OG, and there was probably 20-something beers on tap, if I remember correctly. They do a good variety of IPAs to pale ales to lagers to porters to. I've got one at home. I didn't have enough to bring because I promised to can to somebody already. But they do a cheer wine. You can get it in the grocery store in North Carolina. I don't know if you've ever had cheer wine. It's a North Carolina staple soda.
What is it?
Essentially, it's a cherry soda.
It's Dr. Pepper.
Kind of.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
different.
With alcohol?
Bring
No,
that mic a little bit closer.
But they teamed up and they brewed a cheer wine ale, and it tastes like cheer wine. It's pretty dead on. And it's North Carolina. If you grew up in North Carolina, you've had cheer wine before, you love it. It's hard to describe. Cherry's the closest thing you can get to it, but it's not quite cherry.
Yeah, it's what is it? Cheerwine and Sundrop are the 2 North Carolina sodas or whatever. But yeah,
Sundrop's right.
But yeah, Cheerwine's like Dr. Pepper, but I think it's better. I like it. But I grew up. I remember being 4 years old, and they used to have a giant Cheerwine can on wheels that would drive around different locations, and inside there was like some kind of big vehicle that would drive around in it, and you could go there and get free Cheerwine if you saw it.
Is it kind of like North Carolina's version of In-N-Out Burger, just only to themselves kind of thing?
Probably, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, we're getting an In-N-Out Burger here.
Are we really?
Yeah.
All right.
Moving
Out
on
by
up.
Rivergate.
I find it interesting, and it makes sense it's coming here. I guess it's because it's essentially a smash burger, right? It's 2 small patties or whatever. You get animal style, which is the only way I've ever had it now, because that's the way I was told to get it. And it's grilled with the mustard, like they do a smash burger here. That's one of the things in Nashville. Hot chicken and smash burgers.
Yeah,
it's kind of the 2 foods Nashville's known for.
Right.
So I mean, it makes sense. We'll see. Where are they putting it?
I guess by Rivergate Mall.
Okay, so my side of town, more or less.
Yeah, pretty much. We're Old Hickory and 24 meet.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
So let's describe the can. You want to go ahead and describe it, Ben, and give one to Jim so he can hold it up the can?
Bright yellow can with I want to go 50s style woman on there with some shades, wearing her earphones.
I thought that was
double ear.
I thought that was what's his face.
No cord. Kind of fascinating.
Headroom?
It's got that 50s vibe, but no cord on the headphones. It doesn't make sense.
it's like the headphones that Ben Stiller was jogging with in Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, pretty much.
Old
Let's see.
70s wireless headphones.
Prepare to get your jam on. Our sessionable pale ale offers you amazing hop and malt character without sacrificing drinkability. The combination of English and American malts balance bright hop notes from Centennial, Simcoe, and Citra, all without wrecking your palate. All right, that's good. It's not going to be a palate wrecker. 5.1% alcohol.
It's healthy.
NoDa Brewing.
I figured a pale ale wouldn't be too much of a wrecker, but the picture looks like what's
Max
his,
Headroom.
No, the English guy with the 2 different color eyes, the singer
David Bowie.
David Bowie. There we go.
A little bit, yeah. I could see that.
Looks like David Bowie listening to some old headphones.
Yeah.
All right, let's crack this thing open, man.
Let's do it. I'm going to say a little this way. It was a jam session. I saw the headphones. I didn't think about it. I was thinking it was going to be like a fruity jam ale of some sort. And
That
it's
makes
just,
sense. You can pour you 2, and I'll get Jim's.
Yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that sucker's
Where's
darker
your
than I used to.
glass, Matt? He's good.
Thank you, brother.
Nice.
There you go.
Amber hay
Oh,
color.
look at the new glasses we've got.
A little bit more.
Look at the shiny glasses we got with the logo on them.
Thank you.
Holding it up.
We're all official now. We're no more playing around. Now we got our Ales and Tails
That's right.
glasses.
God, you
with
guys
our
I like
are
it.
logo on it. Which is funny because the the color of the beer is almost exactly like our logo, which is perfect.
Man,
So that is a dark for a pale ale. That ain't very pale.
No.
right?
It looks
That's
like
got a lot of color.
American, wheat hay color to it.
The head lasts a long time. It's sticking around, not going away. Very fine micro bubbles.
my head is not
Pretty darn
it's-
clear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's dark,
kind
but
of
it's
reduced.
clear.
Matt's got some head there.
Yeah.
I can look through it and see Jim.
There you go.
Yeah, it's not.
I really want to, but
It's a little opaque.
I mean, it smells like
Lot.
a classic American pale ale.
have you smelled it, Matt? You had any impressions?
Well,
What do you think?
I can't smell much of anything right now.
So I saw something.
Smells like beer.
little side tangent.
It smells like an IPA to me.
I need to see if it's real. Apparently, Nashville
can see
has the
that.
highest pollen count of any area in the world.
Of course.
The basin we sit in just collects it all. I'm like, that's why every time I leave to anywhere, North Carolina, Florida, I clear right up. As soon as I get back, I'm done for. Can't breathe, can't smell.
Interesting.
But yeah, it smells like a straight up pale ale.
It
I mean,
does. I
everybody-
can sense the IPA in it too.
Everybody you talk with who moves to Tennessee has always said, "Man, I never had allergies till I moved here." And it was the same with me. Everybody is like, "God,"
Which is funny because I'm the most allergic of all of you, and it's not bothered me all that much. In Connecticut, it does. Northeast, it does. Nevada, it really bothered me. Oddly enough, dry climate because your body
yeah.
senses the inequality of what it was used to, and it overproduces all the crap that hinders
I
my
got that in
job.
Dude,
Santa
anytime
Fe
you
and it's
go
got
west.
really dry. So go ahead, Matt.
Anytime I go west, if I go to like Albuquerque or anywhere in Nevada,
Yeah.
I know that first 24 hours there's going to be a nosebleed.
Oh,
It's
man.
just so dry.
I had nosebleeds for a week when I was out there.
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
I've been letting just conversation go before talking about this beer for a while because I can't get a nose off of it other than it's light. There's
It is.
not much to it.
It's
But it-
pale,
but it
it's
looks so
straight
dark.
Pale ale.
I know. I would expect a ton of scent from this beer, considering how much is going on just color wise. But there's nothing to me. So let's dive in.
All right.
That's a hoppy on the dry side pale ale.
It is dry.
That's good.
I kind of like it.
It is good.
I think it will. A couple of them would probably dry my mouth out a little bit. It'd be hard to if I was out on the boat or somewhere hot to drink a bunch of them. But sitting in a nice, cool, air conditioned bar, hot day, that'd be kind of nice.
Is it a lawn mowing beer, Mike?
No.
I'm going to say yes so far. I think so, but it's not going to be my first go-to.
Right.
It is
I think
dry.
I think it's too dry.
I like dry beers. I like dry wines. The drier, the white, the better when it comes to wine. So for me, if it sucks all the moisture out of your mouth, I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I dig the flavors that go along with that for some reason.
Okay.
There's no. I don't detect any tongue glove,
He's going for a
tongue
button,
glove
folks.
not
I'm
sticking.
waiting for it.
which you can get at.
Mike'sToyStore.com.
You can get it at Mike'sToyStore.com. The tongue glove.
Which we still don't have a website for that, but
know.
and I don't know what we're going to do with it, but it is funny. It's malty. I get a lot of like what you would assume is a malt flavor up front.
Just that kind of bready, yeasty.
This is kind of where I just defer to them and I just go, yeah.
It tastes like everything that's not Mick Ultra. It tastes like Yingling, and it tastes like.
Oh, wow,
I
no.
mean, it just tastes like every other
Every other beer.
that's not Mick Ultra or Bud Light.
So it has flavor.
It has flavor.
Yeah, it's got flavor.
Character and depth and
This is not a mass quantity. This is not like a Saturday afternoon by the pool. You're not drinking 7 of these.
No. Well, maybe.
I got
You're tougher than I am.
these 8 ounces, and that's probably going to be plenty for me.
Think so?
But I like it. I mean, IPAs, pale ales generally aren't my preferred style.
Right.
Every now and then I get a craving for them. When I do, I prefer that kind of juicier, fruity flavor to them.
Right.
The ones that are a little bit more tropical, they don't dry out as much, not quite as hoppy. Or just step up the alcohol like a double IPA. And then we're
Even
really
in their
talking.
logo, pop it up on the screen that was just there. Definitely hops in the logo. So it's kind of their thing.
I mean, it's beer.
Right.
Well, yeah, rice beer.
This will be the learning experience for Jim. All beer has hops.
Even rice beer?
Oh, I didn't even realize this, by the way, in our last episode, so I apologize for my ignorance. It was brought to my attention that a lot of beers that I actually like are rice lagers or rice beers, and I was not aware of it.
Really?
Sapporo.
So Bud Light?
Bud Light is actually one. Sapporo, which I
Bud
do.
Light's a rice beer? Really?
That's why it's so
Did not
cheap.
know that.
See, I am cultured.
There you go.
I'm drinking an American labeled, Belgian owned, Japanese inspired. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's funny. The Sapporo, which is one of my favorite beers, especially I love Sapporo. It's just a good beer, but especially if I'm eating sushi, that is the go-to beer for me because it works perfectly with sushi. And Kirin Ichiban, and then there was
That's the red and silver label, Kirin.
Kirin's only black and gold.
yes.
What's red and silver? Oh man, I forgot.
Well, Sapporo is black and silver on the can. Their bottle is actually
Red and silver, an Asian.
Oh, red and silver.
And it's a rice. I had it out in Vegas. It was awesome.
I don't know.
Really?
Look.
Kirin, Sapporo,
Tsingtao, maybe?
maybe. Anyway, so I did not realize that I had other rice. I didn't realize that was the same thing. So
Yeah.
there you go. But
Yeah. I want to say, if you've never been, Rice Vice by Proper Sake Co., or it might be Proper Sake Co. by Rice Vice. I can never remember which. Out in kind of near Living Waters off Trinity, somewhere down there. They brew their own sake in house, but then I think they collabed and did a rice beer as well recently. That was supposed to be really good.
right on. I'm down with all that.
You down with it?
I'm down with it.
Down with it.
If it's alcohol, I'll try it. It sounds bad.
Down with the sickness.
Well, no, that would be the
Who's that? Disturbed?
yes,
Yeah.
David.
My favorite version is the
Yeah.
what's his name? The lounge singer.
Oh,
Richard Cheese.
Richie Cheese. Yeah.
Richard Cheese. You know Richard Cheese. I made you listen Dick Cheese.
Yeah.
Richard Cheese.
I don't know.
Like drummers like Bobby Blue, Blue Cheese. You've had to have
Charlie
heard this.
Cheddar or
so
something?
It's a very crooner Vegas lounge style music, but he does all covers. And so he'll do. Okay, did you ever see the remake of Dawn of the Dead with Ving Rhames, where they're in the mall?
Oh yeah, it's excellent.
Ring Rains.
They're at the top, like that was Richard Cheese when they played Down with the Sickness in there, and it's this very come on, get up, get down with the sickness.
You've never heard that?
Oh, dude, it's so good. But he does everything. I mean, because he'll cover Snoop Dogg and he'll do Me So Horny, and so the rap versions are the best ones
it's
he
very
does. Because these dirty lyrics.
Wheeler Walker style.
Yeah,
Well, what was the one that you guys were playing for us? The Dirty Country Singer. Was
That's
that
who just said Wheeler
Wheeler
Walker.
Walker.
Wheeler Walker?
Yeah.
Well, there was
That's-
Dick down in Dallas. I don't even know who sings that.
Wheeler Walker's interesting because you started I showed him I was like, oh man, you gotta check this guy. I thought a guy at work would like it, and I played him a song I didn't know, and I mean he's singing about fellatio on his mail boss and all this stuff. Not what you expect from a country song, right? I'm like, whoa, but he's got some very provocative lyrics.
Oh, they're just ridiculous.
Oh, they're
sometimes.
ridiculous. Oh yeah, he's out there, man.
You know, there's one called "Ever Been Effed by a Country Boy?" and one of the lines in the
so good.
chorus is, "Have you ever been spread by an inbred?" I'm like, this guy has no rules.
But it's great. I don't want to. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what are the lyrics I can.
Right?
Yeah, because he'll do the whole not say the full word, so it's a dirty word, and then he completes it out, and it's like, oh, okay, this is not too
He
bad.
draws it out to 2 or 3 syllables. Yeah. Oh man.
It's good. It's good.
What was that?
I was gonna play some Richard Cheese.
Yeah.
It's really soft. I can barely hear it. A little louder.
Do you feel that?
Do you feel that?
Oh, shit.
It's coming out of the computer itself, actually.
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Come on, get down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your head and let it flow into me.
Makes me want to do the Carlton.
Get up, come on, get down with the sickness.
Well, there you go.
That was pretty funny. All right, no,
I think you like him.
I could enjoy that.
He's been around for a long
A
time.
long time, man. Forever.
It's been. He was. When I was in Vegas, he was putting that stuff out. That was over 20 years ago.
So first time I heard the name, I was working in an Italian restaurant in Boone when I went to college. So that would have been early 2000s. So he's been around for at least 20 years.
I'm not familiar. I had no idea.
Yeah. Now you knew.
Now I knew.
Knowing's half the battle.
That's right. G.I. Joe. Okay, so is anybody getting anything else out of this? Any flavors?
No
Any-
tongue
it's-
glove.
No.
I get the hops, man. I get the citrus pretty dulled. I mean, generally citra, you're going to get a lot of tropical fruits, pineapple, stuff like that. I'm thinking the Simcoe is really taking over with that kind of West Coast dry hop. What else was in here? It was Centennial. Yeah, so Centennial and Simcoe are pretty prevalent in like your West Coast IPAs. You're going to get a lot of the drier, piney flavors. Just get straight grain and hop.
If you like the flavor of beer for beer flavor without any extra like craziness in it, this is the perfect beer for you.
It is
'Cause it's
definitely
just got
straightforward.
beer. It tastes like just beer, and it's good.
I
like
think
it.
Matt might disagree with that.
I could never mow the lawn and drink this.
No, I would agree
This
with
is in the fall, and maybe with a fat cheeseburger inside.
He's going right for the pairing.
I was
like
going to
it.
say pairing wise, I would totally agree.
Pairing number
Cheeseburger,
one.
absolutely. This is a burger beer.
Yeah.
What kind of
Or a pizza
cheeseburger, though?
beer.
Where are you getting the cheeseburger from?
The kind in paradise, Jim.
You know who should sell this is here. This is a Drake's beer. You know the back room at Drake's with all
Yeah,
the taps.
the garlic
I can see
burgers.
this. I can see a tap of this there.
Okay. Never been to
Is
Drake's.
this a beach beer, do you think? Watching the sunset?
Absolutely not.
No?
No, not for me.
It's got to be...
I do not drink this and think of bikinis and ocean at all.
right.
I think of pumpkins and kids coming to my house for candy.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, it's an October
I like
beer.
the fall, like not so hot because it's going to dry you out a little bit, so you don't want to be
Yeah.
already dehydrated. So that fall time where it's cool and clean, crisp.
Every beer is a beach beer to me. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to be...
I think you just need to go to the beach.
I
for a
feel
while.
it more so often, you know?
Has it been a while since you've gone to the beach?
I was at the beach, I guess a week ago.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going
But
to say,
that was at Hallover Inlet down in Miami.
were you on the beach enjoying the beach?
I was on the inlet. This is the kind of mindset that I have. Okay. I would love to spend a weekend at the Ritz-Carlton on Hallover Inlet. Hallover is also a world-renowned nude beach. It's not the reason why I'd want to go there. Maybe, of course.
I've never actually been to a new beach. From what I understand, it's mostly,
Right.
6-year-old dudes.
All right, here's story time. So, many years ago,
Fuck your story.
Onward.
me and my wife went to Maui, and there's this famous beach called Big Beach. It's where the flyover for Magnum PI and all this stuff. Well, over this berm, it's called Little Beach. It's a nude beach. I did not tell my wife about this. I said, let's go see this other little beach over the berm.
Yeah. Why are you bringing all that photo equipment?
Right.
What's with that?
So I get over there thinking, I'm going to see her. This is going to be good.
That's right. Get her in the
We get
mood.
down there, dude. It was, first of all, it was 80% old naked, butt naked men.
Right.
Yep.
And 20% European, including children.
Right.
Destroyed everything. I was there for a total of 10 seconds, and that ruined my day.
Definitely no lady
Backfire.
boners going on there.
No, there was no boners for anybody. It sucked.
Oh, man. Not with that little blue pill.
Just old eel-looking tube sock cocks.
Jesus.
Well, you got an 80-year-old, with all that loose skin,
Right.
And,
Like a
he's,
change purse.
and he's literally out there, doing squat thrusts. He's just getting his exercise in, and his balls are longer than his dick. And it's just like, dude, keep that out of the sand.
Is that a really small kettlebell? Nope, this is cock.
Freaking yam bags bouncing up against his frame.
Yeah, flopping
Dilated
on the
balloon
ocean
knot.
floor.
Right. What? Why are you looking at me like that for?
funny. That was hilarious.
What's for breakfast? Well, apparently huevos and sausage.
That's good.
It's not much of a choice.
Wait, wasn't
I've
No
actually
ham
been-
sandwiches here.
I've actually been to the beach with Jim. Our family's vacation together.
Yeah.
He does not drink beer all day on the beach. But the guy can crush rum runners because there's ice cream in them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, we probably gained 40 pounds in 6 days.
Yeah, it's typical. Yeah. Yeah, but I keep up with you beer for beer generally. I mean, that time.
For sure.
Yeah.
That
It's just
time.
after a while,
it was
it's
so
like,
hot. Plus, your wife can't really be in the sun.
right,
So she's underneath the tent or whatever you guys have constructed. And
right.
she
The other house that we bring with us?
Yes. Yeah.
Do you ever, so speaking of that, do you ever have a moment where you just feel like you were kept under a rock all your life, like you learned something? You know, it's like I was today years old type of thing.
Yeah.
I did not know this till about a week ago that gingers behave differently to pain and anesthesia. So no, like apparently
Is
it's
this
the
real?
thing. Yes, apparently
I'm waiting
gingers
for a
are
punchline.
non-responsive to or more non-responsive to anesthesia. Like the anesthesiologist will use the whole vial, and they're like, "Hey, I'm still awake," or they'll wake up in the middle of surgery more often.
Well,
It's kind of crazy.
South Park did teach us gingers have no soul.
That's right. what's the one kind of train gingers can't ride? The soul train.
I got a story for you.
Supposedly they have they are the number one different blood type than others or something like that. There's a belief that there's a genetic divergence somewhere along the way. I don't know. I know that
It's probably Neanderthal genes.
one of I call him my brother. He's one of my absolute best friends. We've grown up since we were 5 years old. Randall, he had a cavity in his tooth. This was when I was in Wilmington. He was my roommate. He went to the dentist, and the dentist drilled it out and said, "We can't finish it today. Come back in 2 weeks, and we'll do whatever we had to do, fill it in."
Yeah.
He went back, and his tooth had grown back in, like filled with calcium. He also had ended up had got his
That's
eyebrow.
not human, bro.
He's like
I
a
know.
goddamn shark.
Hold on, it gets better. It gets better.
He's got rows of teeth. he's got to keep moving forward,
when
otherwise
did
he'll
it grow
die.
so
It's like a
So when did he
squirrel
shave down his cone head?
Oh man, he washed up on a beach. God dang it! Everybody get around.
Yeah, he's got to get a gnaw and stuff constantly to keep the teeth from. No. It just grew, but it grew back. Even the dentist was like, "I don't know." But he got his eyebrow pierced the first year he was there in Wilmington, and his body rejected it and just pushed it right out. Like within a very short amount of time, he was like,
Wow.
and it just came out.
Wow.
Also, I had a 63 Chevy Nova that was my everyday driver, and it had I
remember that car.
Yeah, I loved that car. Anyway, it had the old 60s wooden steering wheel, and it had a nice varnish on it to keep it nice and whatever else. His car broke down, and I told him, just take mine, it's fine. So he took it for 2 days, and in 2 days, his like just his hands ate through the varnish on the steering wheel. Makes no sense.
I don't know how to tell you this, man, but I'm really starting to think your best friend might be an alien.
It's possible. Love him to death.
This is some weird stuff going on. Like, if it was just the teeth growing in, that's a little weird. But like hands taking off the varnish, like whoa.
We were cracking up about it. He was like, "Dude, I don't know what I did." I was like, "I don't know what you did either."
What do you eat?
Right?
What is
is he
secreting from
married?
your body?
He's got a long time girlfriend.
And he hasn't like killed her by hugging her too much.
Everything else is normal. Everything is normal. He's just a normal dude.
She
but
doesn't
no,
wake up with just huge red blots.
Oh,
wherever.
there's like a handprint of missing skin on her ass when you
Yeah.
smash her every morning.
That's funny.
where he smacked her every time. It just at one spot.
I mean, as a husband, long term, it is obligatory, right, to get the little pat in.
Well, I'm Italian. I'm the grab pincher.
I can't
Is it
leave
the-
the house in the morning without getting a little grab ass in.
Yeah, no, yeah,
Necessary.
That's it. You just kind of roll over and okay, I'm good to get up now.
No, it's like she's up, she's taking care of the kids. I'm walking out the door. It's like, hey, have a great day. Squeeze, squeeze.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. It's a little I love you.
yeah,
Why not? It's part of the fun.
that's right.
You got to do it.
That's where you got to do it.
That's right.
All right, so back to the beer. Besides burgers,
Pizza.
burgers, bar food. I mean, it's very just
Oh,
kind
onion
of
rings would be good. Yeah.
onion rings. Okay,
That would be good.
a little bit of that sweetness from the onion.
Acidity.
I could see this on a
counterbalance
beach
the-
at least once. Maybe one beer. I don't know. I think
I think
beach.
you just really want to go to the beach.
I do.
right
Do you
near
know
the
me?
beach, boy.
I like this. It is
I do.
simple, clean. It is refreshing, but it's not. It's not. I've been too hot. I need to cool down.
Right.
Refreshing. That's not this beer.
No.
But it is good. I could have multiples of this without issue if I just wanted straightforward good beer. It's just good. It's smooth. It's not too bitey. It has a little bit of tang to it. It's got a little citrusiness to it, just a hint. But it's just beer for beer's sake, which that's kind of the point, right? So I'm down. So burgers, pizza, onion rings.
It's a good bar beer. I mean, I could see even Matt's, correlation to fall and pumpkins and Halloween and all that stuff.
Like I could have
Rum
this
runners.
With, on Halloween I always do chili.
Right.
I'd have one of these with a bowl of chili.
Oh,
Good
totally.
Spicy chili. I mean, that kind of dryness to balance with the spice. I would like that.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good with chili.
That would
right?
be. Nice.
Anything moist.
I've got nothing.
because it is dry.
Do you have a special seasoning combo for your chili?
I'm kind of like off the top of my head thing, yeah.
Whatever smells like it, you grab and goes in there. Okay.
Yeah. And when my wife's not looking, I put a little extra cayenne in there. Just
I always like you get the little.
Spanish fly.
Is it adobo? Adobo and
Mole.
no, what's the? I can't think of the name. But the chipotle sauce. I guess they're chipotle chilies and adobo
Yeah, the
sauce.
adobo
There we
sauce,
go.
yeah.
Take a couple of those and dice them up, throw them in there, get that little chipotle flavor to it. Love it.
So I entered a chili contest back in college, and I did a white chili and I did a standard chili. But the standard chili, instead of ground beef, I ended up using steak. So I cut it up into small pieces. So
Nice.
Yeah, and I put peanut butter in it.
what?
And one.
Did you say
Peanut butter.
what?
What?
Did you say
What?
Ooh,
Peanut butter.
I-
Add peanut butter to your chili. I'm serious. It thickens
How,
it up.
how much? Like a spoonful?
Tablespoon or two.
Oh, it's like nothing.
No,
Okay,
it's
so
not.
just
It's not a
small-
lot,
it's
but
just
it
enough
adds depth and
Yeah,
it
gotcha, okay.
thickens it up. It's good.
I feel like you're an excellent cook.
he is.
He's got that
amazing.
super taster gene.
He does.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I'm
Whenever
okay.
it's like how we'll have people over and Courtney cooks up a pretty fierce meal.
Courtney's
or we'll
awesome,
order out,
dude.
right?
After it, dude.
Where's
Yeah.
my invite?
We got to have you over, dude. I mean, we've got to make it happen. Mike, he lives 15 minutes away, which to him is like 150 miles for crying out loud.
The hell far I
he
drive
thinks
to get here?
he thinks I live in Alabama. But yeah, I mean, Mike has us over, and it's like a gourmet freaking Perry's style meal.
Yeah, I mean, I just listened to him talk about a pretty average beer, and I'm like, God, he's got to. I bet he cooks his ass off.
He does.
That's why I don't have one.
What's it? What's your go-to? Like, if you really want to impress somebody, what are you gonna cook, and what are you gonna give them to drink?
Man, it changes up all the time.
It's
I'll give you,
summertime. It's June 5th.
I'll give you 3 go-tos. One, that would be Korean short ribs on the grill. Smoked Korean short ribs. It's grilled, but you add some wood chunks. You've seen the where they cut the ribs sideways, so it's got like the little piece of bone. It's slab, and it's got 3 little. Anyway, that's delicious. With a coleslaw, I do an apple coleslaw, and
these are recipes that you've kind of curated over your lifetime to make them.
I'm not that fancy. I just figured out where to get the right sauces and how to do the stuff and modify some things here and there. You just go to if you go to an Asian store and you pick up just the Korean short rib sauce, you're good. Just marinate them for 24 hours and then throw them on the grill with some wood chunks and it's good.
So it's amazing.
Some good.
What else
It
you
is
got?
good. Okay, so I bake macarons. I like
Jeez.
macarons.
Never been a big fan of macarons.
Dude, I love them. I make bananas. I just forgot banana pudding macarons. Oh, dude,
Okay.
It's
I'm back in.
yeah. Suck you back into it.
Love me some banana pudding, man. That's my favorite.
And then the third one is going to be the standard smoked pork butt.
Ooh, okay.
Just go to. I need to do more briskets. I did a what is it? A ground chuck burnt ends a week ago on the smoker, and that was good, dude. That's a simple ground chucks or
Chuck ass steak. So, fun fact. Most of the time you get short ribs from the grocery store, it's really just the Denver steak side of a chuck eye. It's not actually short ribs, which is also a good way to do them on the cheap. So you got your chuck roast, right? With the first couple inches of it are the chuck eye. You'll see the little fat running down the middle, and you'll have a piece that looks like a ribeye. And it's the cut next to the ribeye. So you can take that off, and it's kind of like a tough ribeye. I mean, it has a lot of the deep flavor, good flavor with it.
More
But then
chewy, though.
the top side is called the Denver steak, and you can kind of chop it up, and it's like short ribs, and I'll do that and cook it the same way.
Oh,
so
heck yeah.
buy chuck and you get the steak out of it, and you make up some short ribs and do little short ribs. And,
Nice.
Pretty good.
Awesome. So,
But you got to be careful because a lot of times when you buy these short ribs, they're not actually short ribs. Like at my grocery store, going to Kroger, the short ribs are like 50 cents cheaper a pound than the chuck eye or the chuck steak.
Ground chuck.
Not ground chuck, just the whole chuck. Or not the whole chuck, but a cut of it. I go, how are the short ribs cheaper? And it's because it's the used up portion that they're just reportioning. I'm like, oh, okay.
Have you shopped out there's that new deal out there by Fozzie's, that little butcher shop?
I have no idea where this is. I live in Hermitage.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, he's what's that place? The
I can't remember, but their meat. It's something
Is it
farms.
amazing?
Yes, dude.
Really?
Yeah, I'd give him a free plug right now, but I don't remember the name of the place.
All right.
But yeah, it's
a meat place next to Fozzie's in Spring Hill. Just go there.
Yeah.
all right. I'm down. If it involves, we're getting into grilling season. I'm excited.
Let's do it. Smoke something up.
There's going to be a lot of it. A lot of it. Going to do a lot.
Look forward to my invite.
Right on. So let's give this thing a
Pairings?
review.
Did we do pairings?
We did.
We did.
Okay.
Yeah. Burgers, onion rings, pizza.
Right.
Let's review this one with a rating, and we'll wrap this one up.
All right.
I'm giving it 6 pails out of an ale. It's not quite my jam session. It's not quite my jam. It's good for what it is. I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't seek it out to buy it again. Partly because I'm not a big pale ale guy. Again, when I do, I like them a little juicier. And I think NoDa just does a lot of better IPAs. I think they have, even at this brewery, there's a lot better beers in the selection. I mean, I don't want to knock it. I'm not trying to sound negative, but it's,
And this, so this isn't an IPA, so
it's a pale ale,
right.
yeah.
Right.
So it's going to be definitely less bitter, which is funny because it does have, for a pale ale, a substantial amount of dryness. All right, Matt, what do you think?
I probably would never get it again for myself, but I can tell that my wife would love that.
Really?
And so, her, Allison, they like that sort of stuff. So I would probably get it for my wife and her pal. And
Should we have Chanel on the next time, you think? We could always use eye candy.
That's right.
'Cause,
That's right.
Yeah.
I'll say
Ratings.
That's right.
5 or 6.
5 or 6.
Okay, Jim.
I'm going to say it's, probably, it's something I would, probably a 7 and 8, somewhere in there.
So 7.5.
Yeah. Maybe
he doesn't like the-
7.8236.
He doesn't like those decimals.
That's right. Well, you're the decimal guy.
It's a 6.378.
Well,
So
there you go.
if this jam session went on for 20 minutes, I'd be happy with about 18 minutes of it. It's 8 out of 10. I like it.
Solid,
Man.
likes it.
It's good.
Mikey like it.
It's beer flavored, and it's good. It's done well. I'm in. So,
right.
if you guys get a chance, check it out. NoDa's Jam Session. And if you are watching us, you can listen to us on any podcasting platform. If you're listening to us, you can watch us on YouTube. And if you would, we would love your support. You can find us on Patreon as well, the Ales and Tales Podcast. And the Ales and Tales Podcast.com takes you to all of it. So hope you enjoy. Hope you get a chance to try it. We'll talk to you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.